The views, takes and opinions expressed on this show are of the host's own and do not represent the views, takes and opinions of the Main Event Mark, PWPH Wrestling Network and its affiliates. Material and sources mentioned in this episode is for general and commentary purposes only. This episode might include strong language and may not be suitable for children. Listener discretion is advised. Stay safe and stay wrestle everyone. Welcome to the Main Event Mark.
Yun, check. Ayan. Yeah, so we're back in the room. Ayan. So welcome to your Unfiltered Tagalog Wrestling Podcast. This has been the Main Event Mark Podcast. So, today is episode 290. Hindi ko mabilat. 92. Holy shit, 292. And putang ina, 292. Today is episode number 292, man. And tangina, ang dami natin pinagdaanan dito sa show na to. 292 just means ang dami natin nang ginawa dito. Ayan, 292 nga. And holy crap. We still have to talk about wrestling for a lot of various reasons, no? So we're going to do 2 episodes today. This will be one of them, and we're going to talk about a lot of things going on. On this episode, on this part of the episode, we will talk about WWE Saturday Night's Main Event and AEW Double or Nothing on the second part. Battleground is here also on this part of the show. So I'm just going to share with you my thoughts about the Saturday Night's Main Event. Give me 1 second. So yan, we can actually talk about it. So itong Saturday Night's Main Event na to, parang gusto natin i-assess ng mabuti kung ano yung sitwasyon na nangyari about this SNME. And also itong card. Oo. So just give me 1 second here. Yeah. So we can talk about Saturday night's main event. So I'm just going to double check my source here to be able for this show to be reviewed properly. So ako, yung notes ko kasi, ayan, medyo kulang yung notes ko. So, maghahanap ako ng backup. So, meron akong sinamary na notes about both shows or 3 of these shows. Pero, hindi kasi sapat yung notes ko. Pero, bueno, follow the podcast on all of the social media platforms at Main Event Mark PW. And, yeah, I hope you can support the show. We can also support our local wrestling scene as we are going to have various of wrestling shows on June 7 and June 8. So that's with Puso Wrestling on the 7th, Pro Wrestling Night, Pinoy Wrestling Night na you can pay kung ano yung kaya mo. Then on the 8th, you can actually what I call this, you can go either to FPW sa kanila sa QC, or you can go to the DexCon or sorts of a DexCon show, Puso Wrestling collaboration with the Sleek Master Files and New Music Collective. So we will talk about both of these shows the next couple of minutes, but first yun nga, we're going to talk about various shows here on the main event. So basically, full table tayo ngayon. Kaya nga, dinivide ko na into 2 parts itong episodes ngayong linggo. Give me 1 second. Saan yung aking... Wala yung aking aparatos. Sa tselong eh. But anyways, we're here. I'm here to episode 292, 293. So yeah, I'm going to share with you first this breaking news that we received from PW Insider, confirming what we are expecting for a while now, that Mariah May is officially left AEW. So, I'm just going to check my source on PW Insider. Kasi siya na yung nagbigay ng confirmation that Mariah May is now officially done with AEW. And then TNA also confirming this news. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so yeah, ito na yung nakita ko. So Mariah May is now done with AEW. So it's been confirmed by PW Insider Mike Johnson. Mariah May was removed from AEW website this afternoon, which usually means someone has departed the company and is free to sign elsewhere. We can confirm that we heard from WWE sources over the last week that she's expected to start there in the near future. We will talk about more of this momentarily. So, Mariah May, as you may know, this is also a discussion for a while now that she might leave AEW in favor of the company leader or the industry leader, WWE. So this is not a contest na. This is no longer a bidding war or contest that whoever signs Mariah May, they win. But this is no longer a contest because Mariah May already been signed apparently with the WWE, and apparently she already got a big deal in AEW, but she decided to sign with the bigger company, which is WWE. And we will talk about a lot of things going on in AEW on the second part of the show, because Deonna Purrazzo is sharing her frustrations on why she is not getting booked on the programming since may nagtanong na fan. So, syempre, sagutin mo nga naman yung question ng fan, ba't ka nga ba hindi binubook sa show? Of course, Tony Khan might be offended on how it got answered. And you know, Tony Khan loves to follow the sickos in the internet. So, it might be a factor kung magkakaroon man ng ganap si Deonna Purrazzo the next couple of weeks. Then we will find out. Pero ako kasi sa ngayon, hindi ako optimistic on everything AEW. Even with their pay-per-view recently, I'm really sorry I have to share that in advance. At least you have my breaking ground if I will explode later on while I'm recording this show or not. At least you know na rin if ano yung mangyayari mamaya and kung ano nga ba yung dapat kong i-expect or dapat yung i-expect in the next couple of episodes. I'm just getting something here, bear with me here kasi I am getting a confirmation. Just give me 1 second. So di ko talaga makuha. Fuck it, I'll get it later. So for the meantime, yun nga, Mariah May being confirmed by both Fightful and PW Insider that anytime soon Mariah May might sign with the industry leader WWE. So what does it mean for AEW? It means they're fucked. Mercedes Moné basically bringing the women's division. Toni Storm, I doubt she's winning at All In, which is the one that we're talking about on the second part. Then yung iba, it's getting buried one way or another, demoted to Ring of Honor, or any sorts of reasoning why you don't want to use these people, including Deonna Purrazzo in this case, because she's sharing her frustrations over the past few days on X. Now, Tony Khan really doesn't want to address that bullshit it's happening on his company. Because Tony Khan doesn't want to take accountability on his company. Tony Khan just there to do wrestling and make Dave Meltzer come into his dick every single pay-per-view that they have. And it's really alarming at this point why Tony Khan is really loved to please Dave Meltzer. Damn, I won 5 stars. I got 5 stars this week on the pay-per-view. Thank you, Dave. I'm calm. That's why I'm really don't buy this 5 stars thing by Dave Meltzer. And even Cage Match. Because I'm looking on Cage Match. I know this is a WWE episode supposedly. But let me divert to that in a bit. Cage Match currently is rating this show. I'm going to double check just to make sure it's realistic. Nung chinek ko kanina, 9.49. I can't believe I am looking this for real. But as we speak, I can't believe it. As we speak, all of the matches on this pay-per-view is in average getting 7 stars to 10. Tangina na sa main event, Osprey versus Adam Page, I think it's justified. Pero the rest, I don't think so. Yung mga dito, yung mga comments sa Cage Match, hindi ako ma-convince on these comments. Either this just boosting this show para ma-justify kung bakit nga ba realistic itong promotion na ito, and then itong Cage Match din it's tried to be used as gatasan ni Tony Khan and also his basis if these shows are great or not, but it's still not justified to fucking tell us if it's good or bad, because I know Tony Khan is an internet mark. Okay, so let's talk about the Saturday night's main event, aka Home TV Shopping Network. And yeah, so that's what it is. Home TV Shopping Network. Due to these ads. Here in the Philippines, we don't have ads on that because the show is on YouTube. Buti nga wala sa Top Sports. Kung hindi, maririnig natin yun na, please stand by. Show is currently on commercial. But yeah, I don't really dog show Top Sports, but please, I hope they can consider some ways on how the shows will be better, since magtatagal pa sila sa platform until possibly end of year or 2026. Something that people are really seeking on. Some people, hindi ko naman sinasabi, ako lang. Pero yeah, it is what it is. So, this is Saturday night's main event, Home Shopping Network. I'm not going to do a blow by blow thing on this card. Pero yun nga, sa US, mapapanood mo siya sa TV, sa Peacock and on NBC. Then in outside the United States is on YouTube. So that is how it goes. Okay, so ito na yung pag-uusapan natin. I'm not going to do the blow by blow thing here. So the show is live on Wendling Center in Tampa Bay, Florida. So yeah, Saturday night's main event. So basically, obviously, this walking while waiting to the start of the show. Then meron video package na wala nang ginagawa si AEW ngayon. So let's talk about it. So we have here Michael Cole and Pat McAfee, aka the Rolling Boaster. I really want Pat McAfee out of the commentary team, please. Yeah, so I'm not gonna talk about the whole detail here. So let's start with the match between Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker versus Sami Zayn and CM Punk. So on this match, ito yung first match ni Punk since WrestleMania, just to let you know. Sa YouTube, para sa kaalaman nyo, wala tayong nakukuhang commercials doon. Except if yung YouTube mo is hindi premium or sa ibang platform ka ng YouTube na nanonood. Yun. So, ako kasi nanonood ako sa isang browser na hindi pinapasukan ng ads. So, that's a plus. So, i-skip niya lang yung ads at all. So, this match between Sami Zayn, CM Punk versus Rollins and Braun Breaker, this is not a match. Clearly, this is just your setup to formally introduce Bronson Reed. This is basically the match that we're going to introduce Bronson Reed to their stable. And I love how they were able to establish Bronson Reed. It's because, yeah, so we know that we need to establish Bronson Reed at some point. And we wanted also to see how the progression it would be if this is how we're going to establish Bronson Reed. And it makes sense. Yes, medyo ano nga naman ito, WWE logic, because the first time we saw Rollins and Bronson Reed, magkalaban sila. Rollins is a face, Bronson is a heel. So yeah, that's the case there. So they set up a hug, and then they fucking smashed CM Punk, and then that's it. I think it really puts Bronson Reed into a big picture now instead of what we supposed to get last year. But I dig into it because I really love that he should be able to join the picture, and medyo di pa rin ako convinced why the stable doesn't have a name, but okay, let's see. Okay, next match is for the Women's United States Championship. So, it's Zelina Vega versus Chelsea Green. So, yes, this is her first title defense for Zelina Vega. So, I'm not going to talk about that match. So, it's basically tumakbo lang siya na isang buong straight, 6 minutes. Short match lang, not expecting too much. So, hindi rin naman kasi may sense tong match na to. And they're just basically establishing a title defense for ate mo Chelsea or ate mo Zelina Vega. So, yeah. There's a lose-lose situation ba? Yan. So, they also announced a few things here. So, yung... Wait lang, mamaya ako babasahin yung PR. I have here the PR. Give me 1 second. So, WWE is going to set their show on July. Yung parating na lang show. Just give me 1 second here. So, yeah, I have the press release. Ayan. So, WWE announced a massive weekend takeover in Atlanta, July 12 and 13. So, NXT pay-per-view Great American Bash is basically going to oppose it's basically going to oppose the Double or Nothing show after that. That's All In. So they are going to basically oppose All In the afternoon, and then Saturday night's main event after All In at 8 p.m. Eastern time, and then on Sunday we're going to have the return of Evolution as a pay-per-view, no? And then yun nga, Great American Bash from Center Stage Theater, then formerly home of WCW. Then yun. So basically, yun ang pagka-counter nila for All In. So if you don't want to watch AEW All In and you don't want to watch AEW at all, then okay, it really makes sense. Pero we will observe then how it will go, kung ano din naman yung continuity that we might get down the line, and kung ano yung gusto nating i-expect for the next few episodes, or kung ano nga ba yung paano nila mabibuild, or kung paano nga ba nila ma-establish itong events na ito. Magkakaalaman tayo. Pero I will talk about AEW more on the second part. So, let's continue. So, we have match that's been announced for Worlds Collide, Elihu the Vikingo versus Chad Gable. So, this obviously should be the main event, no? Then, in-spoil pa nga in-spoil nila that this might be for the AAA Mega Title, that it will be funny if Gable wins. Okay, so we have here, yan nga yung announcement, like NXT Great American Bash, Saturday night's main event, and then the Evolution PLE. Then ayun, I hope this will be an annual thing alin, no? Sana maging annual na ulit ito. Pero ang weird nga that Great American Bash should be not opposing All In, kasi ano yan parang marami yung magdi-disagree na mag-o-oppose ulit sila sa isang AEW pay-per-view. Also, hindi rin naman pabor sa amin, kasi as content creators, ang hirap manood ng dalawang events na magkasabay. Ewan ko sa mga sikos o sa mga fans ng WWE, mahirap yun. Pero kung fan kayo ng both, or you are supporting both, so yeah, it is what it is. Okay, so we have John Cena versus Ron Cena. So this is basically an easy win for Cena. Not really a show for Cena to expect to lose, but okay, it's a really cheap win. Di na rin naman surprising on how he is finishing his matches now, but like what we are telling, it works. Then pero yeah, we have the steel cage match for the nothing. It's Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest, 1-on-1. Then we have here Jesse Ventura commentating on this match. Ito, one thing to share about Jesse Ventura. I really love his commentary here compared on the previous two Saturday night's main event. He's there to annoy the faces, Pat McAfee and Michael Cole. And it works, no? Kasi gusto rin natin magkaroon ng kontrabida sa table, unlike a Jerry Lawler or maybe Corey Graves. Yun. So that's why I think Jesse Ventura works on the table. So then we have here the match. So basically the match was ended by Priest doing a concerto to the head of Drew, and then he just walks away from the door, and then he walked to the floor to win the match. So Jesse Ventura is complaining. Jesse Ventura is complaining how the finish was ended. He is trying to explain na yun naman talaga yung rules and then Priest walked out like a coward. I mean, I agree on the complaint that Jesse Ventura is sharing, so that's a good point to settle actually. And then yeah, so basically Drew McIntyre is taking a break according to PW Insider. That's why sobrang decisive yung win niya. So we have here Jey Uso, Logan Paul main event. So before that, actually, Cena and Jey Uso faced up in the backstage segment, and then he is telling that it might be a YouTuber winning the title and it might be insulting for Jey Uso. So, I'm not going to do the highlights of the whole match, and I'm just going to share that John Cena interrupted the whole match, and then he's punching Jay. Then Cena choked Jay with the headband, and then Cody Rhodes made his return. Cody went into the ring and hits the punches on Cena. Cody hits Cody Rhodes. Then Logan Paul is trying to attack Cody. Cody avoided it. Jay hits the spear on Logan. Flag splash. That's it. So, the match was chaotic somehow. It's kind of cliche on how the finish was set. And then we had here the tag match that was made for Money in the Bank. So basically, it's debunking the idea of basically debunks the idea of Travis Scott competing at Money in the Bank. And yeah, it's really interesting for me that we have this finish in a few weeks from now or few days from now. Pero sasabihin ko lang dito, the Saturday night's main event, I think it was better. Pero I think this is basically setting up a big thing or big stuff for the upcoming Money in the Bank and Worlds Collide. So that's basically it. I don't really see special about it aside from the commercials that feels like Home Shopping Network. Here in the Philippines, wala akong issue sa commercials because it's basically a block that says commercial in progress. So typically the commercial might be seen on the platforms or sa Peacock tsaka sa USA. So yeah, I'm not going to do too long of the commentary about that, but yeah, I hope this show or WWE should give international viewers a YouTube ano ba dito, commercial-less feed. For sure, ganito nang gagawin nila with Worlds Collide kasi YouTube special yon. And yeah, they're basically going to give a Saturday night they're basically going to give a Saturday night Worlds Collide pero in a YouTube setting like Saturday night's main event. I hope that's not the case. Yan. So let's move on now to Battleground. So Battleground was fun. Una ko itong pinanood kaysa Double or Nothing, just to let you know. We are going to start with we're going to start with the match. So we have here Kelani Jordan challenging Solo Ruka for the NXT Women's North American title. So in this match, basically, I would say, holy shit, this was a really good match. No, I really love Solo Ruka. I really love Kelani too. But ito yung something that parang alam mo yon. We are anticipating more on Zarya turning on Soruka because it's really amazing and charismatic to see her with Zarya. Pero yeah, so far, I think that it's very impressive to see both of these women actually competing in this like big type of a setting. And according to Dave Meltzer, he gave it 4 stars, 4.5 I think. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, 4.5. Can confirm. 4.5. Yun yung binigay ng star. 4.25, yeah. Yun yung star rating niya for this match. And I think that was a really good match between Zarya and Kelani Jordan and Soruka. That was really good. Then we have here, pero ako kasi I'm hoping that both of them will be elevated in a big manner. Lalo si Kelani Jordan, she needs a big push, and I would love to see her on that. Then we have here obviously stuff for Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank, also Night of Champions being announced on June 28, few days ago. Then, we have here Mike Santana appearing on Battleground. So, he took him 16 years to appear on WWE television. And it's very clear that he's here since he's coming for the TNA title. Then, he doesn't mix words. He said that he wants the winner of tonight's match, and then Charlie Dempsey and New Quarter catch through, and then they're trying to trash talk Mike Santana. Then he said that they agreed to set up a match between Tavion Heights and Mike Santana, and they won. Then we have here JC Jane and Fallon Henley arguing on the back. And ako kasi so far, I really enjoying Mike Santana, sa totoo lang. Pero it should be Mike Santana winning the title at Slammiversary. It should be better rather than this week on NXT. Kasi it's been announced already that the match will take place next week. Pero I hope it will take place on next week's TNA or the next few weeks after ito. They should build this match instead, no? Pero yun nga, I hope that's not the case. And then after nun, magde-defend din siya versus Elijah sa pay-per-view ng TNA Plus. Then we have here the curling versus Josh Briggs, Hank and Tank. So it's not a really good long match, pero it's still a solid match if you ask me. And I am really also impressed on how WWE matches are being flowed. So far, we are getting the best match on the pre-show or the opener. Then it continues in a big manner and a big solid way. And yeah, I really think it's solid. Akala ko nga aatakihin ni Josh Briggs to mga faces sila Hank and Tank, but it's not the case. Then story obviously it's not yet done for Inamura, pero yeah, I think it's really a story para lang ma-justify yung interruption. So and then we have here Ethan Page trash talking Ava, and then she announced that they're going to have a match for this week's NXT, and the winner will defend the title on Worlds Collide. Spoiler alert, we have a new champion in Ethan Page, and I think that was a really good match too. Then we have here Stax versus Tony D'Angelo. The match was really good. I don't really think that was a outstanding match na sobrang taas. Kailangan din talaga natin ng momentum for Stax para ma-justify ito. And then yeah, the win was cheap, so no bad feelings about it. Pero I don't really expect a big finish either for either of them. So but I think that was a really good show so far with this match. And then we have here yun nga, si Luca is factor for the finish as he declined a hug or also a distraction para lang mag-lead sa panalo ni Stax. That's the case. Then may impression pa rin tayo that Luca is turning and he will attack Stax and will join Stax eventually. Then we have here the match between Stephanie Baker and Jordynne Grace. This match was really fun to me. I don't really expect that it will go out of the rails and get a title change because parang they are adjusting Jordynne Grace sa TV pa. Pero this match, in my opinion, this is very solid. So totoo lang. I think if we talk about my match of the week, if it's for the women, I should pick this match, no doubt. Mas maganda ito kay Monet, mas maganda ito kasi doon sa opener. I would say this is the match of the week, women's division wise. Then we have here, of course, the Stephanie Baker's finisher that was really good, and I think that building a momentum, a solid momentum for Stephanie Baker. I think it was a really good match in her own right. And then Stephanie Baker is staring on the two AAA women. I'm not sure their names though. Sorry. Pero yun, let's continue. So, we have here a brawl between Ethan Page and Ricky Saints. Then, ito na yung main event. Main event 1 pala, sorry. Oba Femi versus Miles Bourne. This match is fine. Not the best match for Ethan Page. This is not the best match for Oba Femi. Yes, expected na ito. Pero, hindi naman siya logical for title change. So, it really makes sense para i-retain siya. But still, I think that it really makes sense para maset yung point for the match. And also, it makes sense then para maset up yung match na to. So, ayan. So, then we have here Ava and then the AAA girls. And then we have here also the segment between JC Jane and Fallon Henley. And then she slapped Stephanie Baker, and then they brawled. Then it was made official that Eva made a bit official that Stephanie Baker will defend the title over JC Jane. Then we have here the main event, Joe Hendry and Trick Williams. This is the one that needs to be made. And then sobrang solid pa rin ng run na to ni Trick Williams. Totoo lang. Ito, main event, historic. This is the first TNA title defense on the WWE programming. I think this will be the third time that hindi lang third to kasi defend din to sa labas I think this is the third title defense since it was defended on a wait hindi ko natanda, basta I think this is the first time in WWE programming and third time on the outside of TNA premise. Pero ito, the match was really good. Not the match that we are expecting. And then, sobrang ganda rin ng historic na ito. Historic moment for both TNA and WWE as a whole. And then, sobrang ganda ng big moment na ito. I think they are celebrating Trix Williams habang we are disappointed while Young Bucks or the founding fathers are making their entrance in AEW Double or Nothing. Then, sobrang ganda rin ng presentation ng Lucky Trick recently. So, it kind of makes sense to put the title on him. So, that's very interesting. Also, so, yeah, that's a very historic moment that they just pulled here. So, sobrang ganda rin ng title picture or title history ni AAA kung susumahin nyo. Kaya ang hirap i-imagine na ganito yung gagawin ni TNA, that they're going to give him the title na hindi naman taga AAA. So it's really interesting to see how things or how big and important these things it would be, and how then kung paano natin ito may imagine or pag de-decisionan if give me 1 second. So Mariah May was taken off of AEW roster page, but as of this afternoon she is still after contract. So this is a follow-up update from our friend over on Sean Rossap on Fightful. This is confirming that so she's still under AEW as we speak, no? She's still on AEW. We are being told that according to her management, she's still under contract and her contract is not expired yet. This is an update from Sean Rossap. We don't have any information, just yet, but it will be shared to you momentarily as soon as we have it. Okay, so give me 1 second here. Let me share this again since it's a development that's being clarified by Shanrose Sap. Oto. So, isa pang balita, big news. Habang nandito tayo sa part na to. Stephanie Vaquer, former NXT Women's Champion, is joining the Raw roster. And, I love it. I really love it. Then, it should be a really good match between Stephanie Vaquer and, sino nga ito? Nakalimutan ko yung pangalan nito yan eh. Di ko tandaan yung pangalan nung nag-join yung kasama niya. But okay. So, okay. Let's share this. Made it official. They are really making this impressive moves over on Raw and SmackDown. So, yeah, that's a big breaking news. Okay. So, yeah, kagaya ng sinabi ko, TNA are really trying to give us shocking moments here. Carlos Silva, TNA champion. Sobrang priceless yung mukha niya dun sa table. Pansin-pansin yun eh. Pero yan, I just going to confirm the news that we just saw for the past few minutes. Mariah May apparently is still under AEW and still so far not being confirmed, and we're getting more information as soon as we have it. So, dito na tayo muna matatapos sa part 1 ng ating recording here on the main event. For the meantime, ito na nga, conclusion lang muna. I always liked Double or Nothing over Battleground. That's very clear. Pero i-decimate ko na dito sa part na to that I think we had a better show sa Battleground, pero we had a better matches, better presentation over on NXT. Mas maganda yung matches sa AEW, of course. Mayroon doon hindi, of course. May mga matches din naman na hindi. So, walang exception yan. So, yeah, with that said, we should end this part of the episode here with this good note. Follow the podcast on all of the social media platforms at the main event Mark PW. I'm just going to share with you a plug that it should be a big weekend for our wrestling fans. So we have shows for FPW and also for our upcoming show for other promotion, Puso Wrestling. So give me 1 second here. I'm just going to promote both of them while we're still here. So si Puso Wrestling, they're going to have their show at hinahanap ko lang Gan. So, Puso Wrestling. Give me 1 second here. Puso Wrestling is having 2 shows here. One of them is the Puso Wrestling Pinoy Wrestling Night 2. So, gaganapin niya June 7 at 6 p.m. sa Brawl Pit Bulusan with the main event, Main Max and Romeo versus Fabio Makisig and Robin Sane. We have also Nigel Suplex San Jose versus Jake De Leon. So yeah, this match actually is a standing room only event, just to let you know. And then we also have the second night, June 8, collaboration between Puso Wrestling, New Pinoy Music Collective, and the Snake Master Files. So that's Puso Wrestling, a night of headlocks and headbangs. So the main event should be Super Friends, Patricia Ligaya and El Catiponero versus Ramona and White Shirt. We have also matches like Solomon Liwanag versus Hake Mateo, Ravenna versus Jake De Leon versus Danny Zamora and Isaiah Valencia versus Crystal. Difference of this, itong match na to ni Puso sa June 8, it should be a mat wrestling matches compared with the other event. And then si FPW, mention na rin natin because we support Philippine wrestling as a whole. Yan. So, give me 1 second. Sorry, FPW. Hinahanap ko yung link. Sin secret daw ito. So, sabihin ko na lang din na secret. Ayan, wait lang. Putang ina. Hinahanap ko yung... sorry. Hinahanap ko yung post doon sa FPW group. Give me 1 second, FPW. Pasensya na, guys. Pero ito nga. Give me one... Look sa kagarat na. Sorry, FPW. Okay, so we have here the upcoming secret show at the Secret Base 3. It's on June 8, the Kwanlun House in Quezon City. Kung gusto nyo malaman yung details, match cards, in secret ito, hindi ko na i-share. Since secret show naman ito, I'll let FPW to do their thing since it's a secret show. Join on their Facebook community, Filipino Pro Wrestling Official Group. And yeah, panoorin nyo na rin yung mga kapodcast natin. By the way, happy 1,000 episodes sa the Wrestling Podcast, our friends here on the community. And also yung Pinoy Wrestling Reviews. So yeah, PWR. So they are going a really good episodes there, as I noticed recently. Pasensya na, medyo out of touch ako lately sa contents. Pero yeah, we're still supporting our local scene and we will continue contributing then sa content in and out of the podcast. So, I'll be back here with Double or Nothing review. I'll be back here so that's possible. And yeah, we will talk about Double or Nothing in the next episode of the Main Event Mark podcast. With that said, this is Angelo Pinera from the Main Event Mark in collaboration with Pro Wrestling Philippines Club, PWPH Wrestling Network, and the Main Event Mark. Thank you very much again for listening on this show. With that said, good night and stay safe and stay wrestle. See you on the next episode of the pod. Bye for now.